Hey, we're back with the Screen Team, and for this review, I've got Val. She's ready to join us, and Val, you have introduced a new movie to me, maybe not to the world, but definitely to me. The movie is called Murder by Numbers. It's a movie that stars Sandra Bullock, and this is you like this film a lot, don't you?
I do. I think she also directed this movie, and I think what I like about it is, like I said, I've said before, with her diversity. I mean, there's most of her movies she tries to play along with the comedy and the humor, and this one's not one of those. This one is she plays a homicide detective.
Yeah.
That like everything just. The way it's set up, everything just, all the evidence just keeps coming in exactly how it's supposed to lead to a certain killer. But she uses her instincts along with her intellect because she knows something's not right about it. Yeah. It's just too perfect. And also, from her personal experiences, what drove her to become a police officer, sure. She sees something in these kids that nobody else sees. So it's one of those. I totally dig it. She's got an attitude in this one that I kind of like.
She's an interesting character. Not only is she a great police officer, a great detective, she's also an interesting personality. And I don't know how to present this information, so I'm just gonna come and say it. It might be politically incorrect, but she's kind of a dude.
There's one scene that I absolutely love. It's got to be one of my favorite parts, where she has a new detective working with her, and it's a guy, and she's like, "So did you ask the guys why they call me the hyena?" And he was like, "Yeah, why?" And she was like, "Well, because the female hyena has a mock penis." And he was like, "And how do you feel like that?" She's like, "It's really not a problem. I wear loose-fitting slacks." And
yeah.
So that's one of my favorite parts there, her sarcasm about it, but she accepts that. But it's also one of those. I mean, she kind of pushes it a little much, but at the same time, with strong women to be taken seriously, especially in a field that's dominated by men, sometimes you got to act like a dude. You got to get them to listen.
I just found it interesting. She got romantic with her partner or whatever, and she's like, "Okay, I'm done with you. You can leave now.
I gotta get some sleep." But part of that was not just, but part of the makeup for her character too is what happened to her when she was young.
Sure.
She got into a marriage right out of high school with the superstar of high school who tried to kill her and left her for dead. So what happens in the scenes now with this murder that she's investigating, a lot of that characteristics of what happened to her reminds her of what happened, which is why that she's looking more toward these kids, because just everything, and these kids they're come from wealthy families. They're very, very smart and have nothing better to do. I mean, and they're like trying to, I don't know, converge into one mind, and but they didn't expect anyone to look beyond the obvious. You can watch, and we've talked about this, Investigation Discovery Channel, one of my favorite channels. You can watch that all day long, every day, but it doesn't mean that, everything's always going to line up perfectly.
Sure.
Trying to commit the perfect crime.
Yeah.
And, it didn't. So just those little details you got to watch out for.
That's Sandra Bullock's character in this movie. She's like an onion. She's got layers, man.
Lots and lots of layers.
Let's get right into our killers, our bad guys in this movie, played by Michael Pitt.
And,
Ryan
Gosling, yeah.
That's right, ladies. I mean,
they were both young in this one. So, I mean, they're high schoolers in this movie. And I want to say this might have been both. I know it probably wasn't the first thing they ever acted in, but it might have been the first real big movie to come out, with a well-established actress. I think they both played their roles quite well. You got Michael Pitt, he's playing the shy guy, the introverted genius.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got Ryan Gosling, who is the extrovert. Everybody likes him. You hate me because you ain't me guy. And, he's smart too, but that's not what he relies on.
Sure.
He relies on his looks and, charm and everything else. But these guys who are unlikely friends, you wouldn't suspect they'd be friends. So when they go and get together to pull off this perfect murder, that's why they think that they'll never be suspected of it. Because, I mean, the cops should be eating out of our hands right now. But, like I said, there's that one element, that human factor, that instinct over intellect that really caught them. That was their downfall. So
we've got a thriller. We've got a mystery movie. Yeah. Who's going to like this film?
I think, I don't know. I mean, I like it.
People who are into mysteries?
Yeah, I think so. It may not be for everybody. Not everybody's into the whole murder mystery type deals, but if you are, you will like it because it's like things, it's just those, you'll like to see how the minds work.
Yeah.
I mean, and also there's a bit of politics in this one too, based on like trying to catch these kids because their parents are wealthy, one of them influential and wealthy, so they don't want to go after them. But I also like how they do the psychological reverse psychology on them when they're questioning them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when they finally get them in and start questioning them, that's where everything starts to kind of go downhill for these guys. And it was all psychological. It wasn't actual tangible proof. So yeah, it is. It's all in your mind.
I also enjoyed the relationship between Ryan Gosling and Sandra Bullock's character, because there's a lot of, mind games going on with Ryan Gosling to Sandra Bullock.
He's still trying to play that charm, and everybody wants something. What do you want?
Sure.
And what's so jacked up about it is she sees him for what he is, but at the same time she's also kind of playing along with it until she accidentally hits him with the car door. Then after that, not so much. It kind of fizzles out after that one.
Sure.
But
so I forgot. Is this movie rated R? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I would think it probably is.
It's got some language in it and some sexual situations,
and
right?
And also drugs and stuff like that. So yeah, it probably is.
Okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
Good. So good.
So definitely an adult movie. And got a great cast. Got Ryan Gosling, Sandra Bullock, Michael Pitt. I think that's it, right? Was that all the major guys in there?
The major ones,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Movie is called Murder by Numbers, and if you get a chance, definitely check it out, okay? We got more reviews coming your way next right here on The Screen Team.